This is the most anticipated video that you guys have all been waiting for, and I finally wanted to do it for you. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year late. Don't ask me for a Christmas gift next year because you just got it right here. I'm going to share with you how to get landlords to basically eat out of your hand to want to work with you. There's two reasons why people fail in Airbnb: property market research, and the rest of the people get decimated because they can't get a landlord to say yes. They're trying to pitch Airbnb to a landlord with no credibility, no background, no Airbnbs, no website, and it's just not happening. So today I'm going to share with you what the do's are and the don'ts are so you know how to pitch it and what not to do to get hung up on. Okay, 7 years ago when I got into the business, I had no clue what I was doing. I got an apartment, right? That just tells you right there. For people that are going to get apartments first as their first Airbnb, it just tells you they don't know what they're doing. It's much easier to pitch a single person than worry about pitching a business where it's very unlikely that you got to go through the steps. And if you don't have business credit built and you don't have your financials and you don't have a good credit score, that you're going to get approved. Whereas if we're pitching, meaning we're just going to rent it from a landlord who owns a home, I don't care about your credit score. I don't care about your Airbnb experience. I don't care if your business credit is there or not. It makes no difference to me. I'm going to help you get a property in 30 days or less, so pay attention. Here's what we need to do. So what are the don'ts, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I'm talking to a landlord, and I'm going to tell you what not to do, okay? Because I think a lot of people are wondering, well, why am I not able to get a landlord? By the way, so you know, there's two reasons why people fail in Airbnb, okay? The biggest reason is you picked the wrong property in the wrong market. Okay, that's called property market research. Number two is what we're talking about today. And this decimates the rest of the people, which is how do I get a landlord to actually say yes to me if I've got no Airbnbs, I've got no credibility, I've got no references for them to give, I've got no website, I've got no business credit. How do we possibly get a landlord to say yes? Here's a way not to do it.
Mr. Landlord, I love your property and I would like to use your property for Airbnb purposes. We'd like to run a business out of your house, and I know that you're asking the $1,500 a month, and we're not going to negotiate that. I'll give you the $1,500 a month. I have two pets. I've got 2 or 3 little kids, and we smoke here and there, but we'll make sure we keep it outside. I'm very interested. I've lived in the area, me and my family, for the last 15 years, and we just know the area real well. And we were hoping that you'd give us an opportunity to take the property, your property, and actually, Airbnb it. We're not going to give you any money out of it. We're just going to give you what you were asking. We'll pay a deposit. We'll pay our first month of rent right away. We just want to, we want to run your property.
Guys, that is not going to work. Let me give you an example of what you just did. Airbnb is the most well-known, right? There's vrbo, there's bookings.com, there's Expedia, right? You guys, these are less known short-term rental platforms. The problem is Airbnb is not only the most well-known platform, but it is also the most well-known in the media. It has a negative stigma to it because a few people got injured, a few people got sick, some kid ate fentanyl, unfortunately, and it was underneath the counter and it died. And so it was on the media as a problem. And so the thing is this, most landlords, when you think of Airbnb, they think, we're gonna go trash the place and a bunch of people are coming in to party. First of all, Airbnb has made a lot of changes to their platform. They won't even let you book in most cases if you're trying to book a property in the same city you live in, because they know you're partying. If I live in Jacksonville, Florida, I'm looking for an Airbnb, why would I book in Jacksonville, Florida? I live here. So I get it, right? That's how you identify a party, and Airbnb already sniffs that out. So homeowners have this connotation of like, oh, it's gonna be a party in my house. I don't wanna do it. Wrong, that's not what Airbnb is for, okay? But if they think that, and you pitch it like that up front, it's like trying to build a relationship with a woman that you really love and you wanna get to know and you wanna get to marry one day, and you're trying to jump in bed with her day one. That's not what we're gonna do, guys. This is speaking to the women too, and I hope you can appreciate this. You want to build a relationship. Like any business, you want to build a relationship and pitch it soft up front, okay? You don't want to pitch it as Airbnb because you're going to instantly trigger the mindset of a landlord to think parties and I'm not going to get paid my rent and this is going to be a party town, the neighbors are going to be complaining and there's going to be police there. That's not what we want. What we want to do is this. This is how you pitch it so that you come across as friendly, building a relationship, and then you can soften up the landlord to get them to say, hey, listen, I'm interested. It goes like that.
Mr. Landlord, I love your property. Would love to rent your property. I've been in the area for a long time. Know the area real well. My family's been here. I work here, and just want to support the city. Now, listen, here's a little bit about what we do, how we're different from a traditional tenant. We are a corporate leasing company, and we have short-term guests and mid-term guests that sometimes they stay for 2 to 3 days, and sometimes they stay for 2 to 3 months. We have travel nurses, we have doctors, we have chiropractors, we have business professionals. We have people that have house fires and floods, natural disasters. But at the end of the day, Mr. Landlord, the big difference of what we do is we're going to keep your property in for sale condition the entire time. In fact, it'll be in better condition when we leave than it is right now. And the reason for that is we have a professional cleaning company that comes in once or twice a week and basically deep cleans the property. Any maintenance on the property under $500, Mr. Landlord, we're going to take care of that ourselves. We're not going to paint the back bedrooms pink and green, hang a bunch of photos and pictures on the wall. We're going to make sure the property stays immaculate. Okay, we have no smokers, no pets, and generally no little kids. And here's the thing, I want to show you that I'm serious, and here's a little bit about what we do, but I want to make sure that you know that I'm serious about renting your property, so I would like to do a 2-year lease with you instead of a traditional tenant like a 1-year. Okay, we love your property, we love the opportunity to work together and build a great business relationship. Can we do a deal?
That, my friends, is how you pitch it. If you got to take this video and watch it 50 times and write down how I just said that, that is the pitch that gets landlords eating out of your hand. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you hear me say anything about the word Airbnb in that pitch? No. So what people are going to say, well, you're lying to them. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. A business professional is a business professional. You're a business professional. If you're watching this, you're a business professional. Am I right or right? Also, I let them know that there are short-term guests by saying sometimes they stay for 2 to 3 days, and sometimes we have guests that stay for 2 to 3 months, like a travel nurse. Okay? Now, just to be clear, to also cover up what somebody might say about, oh, you're lying, you're not telling what's Airbnb, guess what else? See this this document right here? We have to get them to sign this before we take over the property. This addendum is in my course, okay, my students get it, and you have to have the landlord sign this. Instead of this landlord saying, okay, cool, it's cool to do Airbnb, we actually have to get a legal document, okay? So words don't work, written word does. So what does this document say that I've had my attorneys actually put together for me, and now I let you guys use it? It's bulletproof. So what does this cover on the addendum? Number one, it says this: you allow us to put it on short-term rental platforms like Airbnb, vrbo, bookings.com, Furnish Finder, etc. You also allow us to take professional photos of the inside of the property. You also understand that if the zoning changes or the HOA changes in the entirety of our lease, you're allowing us to walk away scot-free by just taking our deposit. That means, so you guys know, that if anything happens where the zoning changes or the HOA changes while you guys are in your lease, you can walk away from the lease and not have to pay the rest of the lease. That's how good and bulletproof this document is. Remember, I built this for me, not for you. And I built it to do a lot of Airbnbs, and I built it very safe and had attorneys put this together to make sure it was done the right way. That being said, I now share it with you guys, okay? Now, if you haven't taken a second yet to please subscribe to the channel, don't smash the like button. Just hit the like button for me, okay? Every thumbs up matters. And please take a second to subscribe, because I'm gonna come to you every day and give you the tips, tricks, and strategy you need. This is how you guys are gonna pitch to get landlords to eat out of your hand. But I wanna back up one more thing, because I probably didn't cover this, and this is really important. Subscribe to the channel. No, I'm kidding, but actually subscribe. Here's the deal. What I didn't tell you is, when would we do that pitch? We're just gonna call a landlord out of blue and say, hey, I want Airbnb. No, you don't do that. You get landlords who are in need, they're in pain. That's when you pitch it. So what you're gonna do first is go to Zillow, then type in the city, and it'll pop up all the rentals there. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna filter, let's say we're looking at Tampa, Florida. We're gonna filter on Zillow.com, rentals only, and properties that have been listed. I'm giving you a gem right here, okay? Make sure you listen. I'm giving you properties that have been listed for more than 3 to 6 months. You want properties that have been listed for a long time. Why? Because the landlord is in pain. And if the landlord is in pain, that is a gain for us, because they're desperate to rent. They haven't been able to find a renter yet. And all at once, you send my script which by the way, I will put in the description for you guys. It's my script that literally is what I just said in person, but this is the hard copy. This is what originally goes out to the landlord, that script. Then they come back and hit you up with an email or text when you send that message to them, and then that is when you get on the phone and you pitch it live, what I just gave you. That's the pitch. First, go to Zillow, find a property for rent, make sure you're around the 4 H's, hills, hospitals, hotels, and any property that has a pool or a hot tub are gonna be your best Airbnbs. One of these 5 markets, guys, I'm just giving you gem after gem here. One of these 5 markets are gonna be good. Nashville, Tennessee, Savannah, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago area. You've got Waco, Texas. You've got St. Augustine, Florida, Jacksonville Beach, Florida, Santa Clarita, California. These are amazing markets for Airbnb, okay? So what you'll do is go to Zillow, type in one of those cities, find the rentals there to pop up all the rentals. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take my script and I'm gonna put inside the description below and then copy it. When you click on any of the properties, like you're looking at the details of it, you'll see a blue box that says ask a question. If you guys made this far, thank you, okay? That's why it deserves a thumb up and a subscribe. Take my script, push the button, ask a question, and it's gonna let you put my script in that, like you're asking them a question, but you're sending my script. Then they're gonna email and text back saying, hey, talk to me more, what's going on? I'm interested. And that is when you pick up the phone and you say the things that I said about the corporate lease. And just watch what happens. You guys need help at all setting up your very first Airbnb. Put the word Airbnb in comments, and I will reach out to you directly and get you an Airbnb in less than 30 days, guaranteed, okay? I'm the only person in this, literally in the city. I became #1 for a reason, okay? And the reason is because what I'm willing to do, no other Airbnb coach even considered thinking about doing. I will get on the phone with you, negotiate the deal for you. I'll get you free rent on the front end. I'll help you find furnished properties in areas that are amazing, make sure the money makes sense, and I'll help you all the way through with your title, description, pictures. I'll make sure that the thing is ready to rock and roll, and within 48 hours, you're gonna get your first booking, and you don't have rent payment for the next 4 to 10 weeks because I've negotiated that for you on the front end. Merry Christmas. Guys, I will see you. If you need help, put the word Airbnb in comments and I'll reach out to you directly. God bless, be safe. This is the video that everybody's been waiting for. And so, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you need me, put Airbnb in the comments and I'll reach out to you directly. Let's roll.